It's now time for the Just for Fun segment. And today's subject is, what is each SEC head coach's favorite TV or movie one-liner or quote? And I really like this one. So
this one comes because if you haven't seen it on the Manning, Eli and Peyton show or whatever, Eli did the "Ma, love."
That's hilarious. Yeah. So these were randomly assigned. So I got, first of all, I got Mike Leach. And I think, obviously, Mike Leach loves pirates. But he also loves being profound, right? So I think he's going to go with the profound pirate quote, "Not all treasure is silver and gold, mate," by none other than who, Jesse?
Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one.
Yep. Yeah, I think he likes that one. And then Dan Mullen, I think this should come as no surprise. Dan Mullen's favorite line is, "I don't know if I ought to go sailing down no hill with nothing between my ground and brains but a piece of government plastic."
Cousin Eddie.
By Cousin Eddie, of course, because he is Cousin Eddie. And then his other one is, "You serious, Clark?" So then we got Shane Beamer. And I don't know, when I was listening to Shane talk about the Dogs after they had played, this reminded me, it's not really necessarily a TV show, but it certainly was on TV quite a bit back in the day. So enjoy this quote.
"But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook."
Rest in peace, Dennis Green. That's such a great quote. All right, and then finally I had Coach O, Ed Orgeron, and this is definitely his favorite movie quote.
I get right there, Lido, man. Now we win a kind of fuck where we go. That's where I get a book call that man.
Because it's his favorite, because he understands every word of it. That's why.
And it probably is really funny.
It probably is really. And an alternative quote for him would be, "Shoot him a little bit." So
shoot him a little bit. Yeah.
Shoot him. Oh man.
Yep. All right, Matt. Share with the class who you have and their choices.
These were hard because I had to think of movies and I had to go back. Anyway, so for Drinkwitz, Coach Drinky, because he's such a bloody nerd, I decided to go with something a little bit of the nerd nip for him. So I said, "May the Force be with you" from Star Wars is obviously his favorite one-liner or quote.
Obviously.
Brian Harsin, looking at the rest of that SEC West schedule, I think he's saying to himself, "You're going to need a bigger boat, or you're going to need a better quarterback," is probably what he's thinking.
That's a good one.
And let's be frank, Coach, you are going to need a bigger boat when you run into Arkansas and Alabama and all of them. For Clark Lee, I said, "Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore." Because if you remember, Clark Lee used to be the defensive coordinator at Notre Dame.
Right.
And I think he's figured out that he's not in Kansas anymore, especially with that awful thing that they call defensive in Nashville. Kirby Smart, I went with a TV show. I went with the Hulk and said, "You don't want to make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry." Then he turns green.
He's always angry.
Kirby Smart's a very angry individual. And then Sam Pittman, in the middle of the resurrection of Arkansas's football glory, says, "It's alive, alive." So that was mine.
I love that. Like, has the monster come to life?
Yes, sir.
We'll see. We'll have a better understanding after they play Georgia this weekend.
I love it. All right, Jesse, what do you have?
So I have Coach Heupel, which I decided to go with Monty Python and the Holy Grail with "'Tis merely a flesh wound," because I feel like after the losses, he's like, "It's just a flesh wound. It's okay." And I'm not going to lie. I think my eyes got crossed when I looked at Mark Stoops and I read Sam Pittman while finding Mark Stoops. And so that's why I put, "Here's Johnny" from The Shining.
I was waiting to see how you were going to work that in there.
Yeah, the "yes, sir" and the "here's Johnny" inflection was similar to me. So that was meant for Sam Pittman and not Mark Stoops. So oops. And then Nick Saban, it's going to be classic, obviously. He's going with, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Which is basically his response to every press question.
Basically,
I was about to say, he's saying that to every reporter that ever asked him a question. He says, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn."
Yes, and I thought he would also like, "There's no crying in baseball," but I only picked one. Jimbo Fisher, because he's just, and he's like trying to bond with the players, and I'm still not over Jameis Winston and all that mess. He is like other moms. I'm a cool mom. He's the mean girl's mom trying to relate to the players. Like, I'm cool. Like, it's cool. We can hang out. Hate him. And then Lane Kiffin doesn't quote the movie. He just goes into bars and sings "You've Lost That Loving Feeling" to girls, like they did in Top Gun.
That's not Lane Kiffin that does that though. That's Joey Freshwater.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, Joey Freshwater. Which, if they've never been seen in the same room.
It's true. That's true. This is why my face hurts after every show, because I'm just like laughing the whole time. So good times.